We've been up for about an hour. We've pulled down our tent and we've had first round of breakfast. Then we're gonna have our coffee and then we're gonna start heading down the trail. Today we have a 15.5 mile hike. On today's first challenge, so we're gonna have a big climb and we have 9 miles to the next water source. So it should be an interesting day. The nice thing is today is a little bit overcast, a few clouds, so it shouldn't be as hot, and we'll then be enjoying the trail.
We went around that big clump of rocks over there to the right.
Yeah. So morning 2, or day 2 I should say. It's a little bit more overcast today, which is actually really nice because it makes it a lot less hot. We've climbed a bit so far and have yet to climb to about the highest point on the trail. There's the trail ahead of us. I'm sure the view will get better as we get up, as we gain, but it's pretty spectacular. We had a really good night of sleep last night in our new tent with our new sleeping system. Really only got down to about maybe 60, do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty warm. So, had a nice breakfast, had our coffee. Just got started around 8 o'clock. So here we are. Have a little bit of a flat area. So I was gonna take out my camera. You see a little bit kind of. Moving down the trail. Got our pant legs off.
Oh, 7,079 feet.
Ooh.
But so we are.
This is where we're at. We're at 6,679. We got to go up to 7,079. So we're getting there. Beautiful. Looks like the clouds are kind of scooting away from us. There's a haze, so you can't really see the. I guess you can see that a little bit. You know, the kind of layers of mountain. That's fun.
I don't know why it doesn't show me.
What a beautiful trail.
Ahead, huh?
0.69?
6.9 is the next water source.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a 9-mile water carry, so I'm carrying an extra 2 liters on my pack.
3 miles ahead is the Manzana wilderness boundary.
Oh, okay.
Let's stop there. And that's water.
Where?
0.3 miles ahead. It's 9:04. So for us drinking a liter of water.
Yes, we should be drinking more, or you should be anyway. Really beautiful. Well, the views aren't certainly getting less spectacular, that's for sure. I said, well, honey.
You said that on the camera too.
I know.
Edit all that out.
I'm kind of walking along a ridge line. It's beautiful. I think that was it for the clouds that we were going to experience for the day.
We're 4 miles, 5 miles from our last water source or campground. And we got 4 miles to our next water source. And we're getting close to the highest point, at least for this morning, at 6,400 feet. We came back from way over there, and we went around that ridge, that bowl, and then came up along this ridge line. And now we're going to be coming back, going around this little gully here. And then I believe that saddle over there is where we're going to be going through. It's a beautiful day. The clouds are just off on the horizon. And we're going to be stopping a little bit for some water. But we've already drank a liter. And we're trying to drink at least a liter an hour. But we don't do a really good job at drinking water as often as we should. But here we go. Another little climb. I'll stop the camera and see you down the trail.
So this is what we have to walk by. And I know you can't see the depth of beauty that we see for sure, but just amazing. There's a campsite about at the tip there, I bet.
Yeah.
That would be a great spot. So this is it, 7,100 and what?
36.
36. The trail is down there, which would have been 7,079, but this is it. This is the highest point of the trail. And quite spectacular, I'd say, looking every direction. Get a closer look that way. And if you go down this way, here's the trail we came down, and the trail we are going to.
You make a video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Making it. There's a little Karen leading us the way. Onward. So we just had lunch and still working our way down the trail we came up.
We're back on the trail. We had a nice lunch at this place called Bear Spring, and it was shady. It's actually a little bit cool in the shade. Falling asleep. We're now in another one of these wilderness areas, which are wonderful. There's no motorized vehicles. And all these trees that have been cleared and cut down, they have to be cut down by hand saws, because that's how strict they are about motorized vehicles or motorized equipment even coming to chainsaws. We're at 6,300 feet. We're moving along this sort of side of this ridge line over here, looking back. And we'll come up over this saddle and then do our major descent down to our potential campsite, which is about 6 miles ahead of us. Talk to you later.
New section of trail, a new valley we're seeing. Amazing, just words cannot express the coolness. You can see the trail ahead of us. I don't know if I can zoom in. The zigzags there. Yep, I think I can get that pretty closely. It's so cool when you can kind of see what's ahead.
15.5 miles down, we are at Chilsum Campground. We're all watered up. We had to go to a tub to get some water. It was a spring or a seep, and then the AZT put in a metal tub to hold the water. There's just a little bit of algae in there, but you know, nothing we can't handle with the water filter. We set up our tent in record space, in amongst the trees. And this is obviously a place that is used for campers and horse backpackers, because there's a horse backpacker tie-ups all around here. But it's a nice place. We're gonna go over to the grassy space over here by the burned trees, and that's where we'll have our dinner. Yeah, I'll walk over there and I'll turn on the camera in a second. No service for you.
Dinner time. Got going, and tonight I'm having yellow curry, and Pierre is having spicy sausage bolognese. There's a fire pit with no fire in it. And the tent is over there. There's Pierre.
Morning of day 3. Still at this backpackers, horsepackers campsite. Hence the reason for the table. So we're definitely glamping this morning. It was cooler last night. Waking up to an Arizona morning of partly cloudy. You can see there's a bit of clouds in the sky. But other than that, it is a beautiful day. We have 18 miles we're going to try to hike today to a river called Verde River. And we should see how that goes. We'll definitely have more frequent water on this section. So we're not going to have to worry too much about like a 9-mile water carry. Maybe just a 3-mile water carry is probably going to be our longest one. So we will have breakfast, and then we've already got our tent pulled down, and we'll visit you back on the trail.
We are morning 3 and walking along the trail. Started about 7:50 We have about 18 miles to do today. And this is the trail.
We've been walking about 30 minutes from campsite, climbed up a little bit, hearing the birds, and we're going around the edge of this canyon here. So, great, beautiful morning. It's cool temperatures. We're still in the shade. That's nice. Apparently, we're going to be going up over this table, which will be a little bit more exposed to the sun, and I'm sure a little bit warmer. See you back down the trail.
We just had our snack. Met a cool couple. We had seen them last night, but they didn't camp by us. Loins of Arabia and what was the other one?
Trash Panda.
Trash Panda. And they actually live in a van. They run a hostel on the AT in Maine. Northernmost hostel. And then on their off time, which is now, they just travel and do what they do. They built out their own van. They were showing us pictures. It was pretty cool. They're living the life that we want to live at a much younger age. Yeah, they're in their 30s. So, but they're doing the whole thing, which means they're a little over halfway through. And this is the view that I've got down the trail.
At about 1.9 miles, next water source. So that means we'll be losing some elevation. We're up on this ridge line, a little bit windier, nice cool breeze. I think over to the right you can maybe see a faint line. That looks like the path we'll be going down along that ridge line, probably to get down to our water. Here's where we're at. Open, exposed areas. Enjoying just the day. Nice cool, nice breeze. Helps cool ourselves off. Renee's getting water. It's now 3:30. We were originally here at 1:30, but when we showed up, we did not have that water bag that Renee's holding, nor 2 water filters. Somewhere between here and 4.2 miles back, we misplaced our bag with our water filters, and our bag popped out of our pack and landed on the ground. So faced with the dilemma of having no water filters and drinking unfiltered water, we accepted the situation and we decided to hike back to the last known place where we knew the water filters were. Luckily, only 3 miles back, we bumped into a young Alaskan named Danny who had picked up our bag because it had fallen out of my pack and was on the trail. So instead of an 8-mile extra bonus, we've only had to do 6 miles. So now we're stopping here. We're gonna filter water, be thankful for the kindness of the trail, and make a plan as to where we're going to stay tonight, because it's obviously different than what our original plan was. We have about 1.5 miles left from to our potential campsite for the evening, potential water source. We're not quite sure, so we're carrying an extra 5 liters with us just to make the last 3 miles even more fun with the bonus miles. We're overlooking this area here, and hopefully the sun's not too bright, but it's really quite beautiful. We're enjoying the hike, looking forward to a end of a longer day than we had planned with those bonus 6 miles, but such is life. See you at our campsite.
So we finally made it to camp. Got here about 5:45. We did probably a total of about 19 miles today, unexpectedly. We did an extra few miles. We got a nice campsite. Pierre is filtering water. And this is a dry campsite. There was hope for some water, but there is none. A big tree trunk. And dinner's in the process.